Jehovah Rohi, the name of God, is not a noun. It is a verb. Meaning, David is wanting us to know him not as a person, not as a name, just as a name, but he's wanting us to know his activity of shepherding. He is a good God and he will take care of us. In fact, he's saying he will take care of us. In fact, what does the shepherd do? He edifies, nourishes, he feeds and cares. And I'm sure all of us have experienced it. Maybe some of us have not experienced Jehovah Rohi as you should. And maybe after this, it's my prayer that all of us will experience God as Jehovah Rohi. The Lord is my shepherd. You know, we look up to so many people as shepherds. We look up to our bankers, we look up to our teachers, our bosses, but we need to look up to our God as our shepherd because he knows every detail of our life. He starts off by saying, the Lord is my shepherd. Again, most of us can quote it, right? And most of us who can quote it in the New King James Version because that's the version that we learned. No? The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. But in fact, he says, he has covered all my needs comprehensively. I shall not want, meaning I don't need anything else when God is my shepherd. In fact, there was this little girl who was trained by her parents, just like how Ronnie came. This girl was wearing a nice cute frock, and parents were ready, and they wanted her to recite the Psalm 23. And so dad was ready with a camera, and the mom was sitting right in front just to go and, see and enjoy the spectacle of their daughter going and reciting Psalm 23. So she goes up on the stage, her turn comes, and she's so, she's shivering, she's crumpling her frock, and her hands, her palm is sweating, and then she went up the stage, and she went blank. And her father is like zooming in and trying to get everything ready, and mother is like, the Lord is my shepherd, and she's like, the Lord, and she gathered she mustered all her strength, and whatever she had, and she said, the Lord is my shepherd, and that's all I want, and she walked out. And that's exactly what David meant. When the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want anything. In fact, these two verses are the main point. In fact, the next 6 verses are actually a summary of what is being told in verse 2. In fact, it is in detail from verses 2 to 6, but verse 1 tells, in fact, he's saying everything in that one word. If the Lord is your shepherd, all your needs will be taken care of. If the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Now, the first point is, in order to understand the shepherd, in order to know who the shepherd is, you and I need to know what a sheep is. Right? You must realize that you are not like sheep and what a sheep is. Okay, I'm sure all of us are going to be dumbstruck. The first thing that you and I need to know is sheep are dumb. Okay? Sheep are dumb. In fact, if you take a sheep and if one sheep starts following, start leading all the other sheep, and every sheep, the first sheep is starting to go in a circle, you know what the other sheep would do? All the sheep would follow the sheep, and they go round and round and round, thinking that they're going somewhere, because sheep are dumb. In fact, all of us, the Bible says in Isaiah chapter 53, verse 6, all of us are dumb like, it doesn't say we are dumb like sheep, but all of us like sheep have gone astray, because we can easily go astray because we are dumb. And in fact, have you ever seen, how many of you have seen a sheep in a circus? Anybody? Nobody. You cannot see because they're dumb. You cannot train sheep. You can train the sheep dogs, which take care of the sheep, but you cannot train a sheep because they're dumb. They cannot. They walk aimlessly, they get into trouble. They are dumb. So that's the first thing. Secondly, sheep are defenseless. Sheep need someone to take care of them. They cannot defend themselves. If they see wolves or coyotes or fox coming, that's it. They cannot do anything. They're just going to stand there. They cannot run. They don't know what to do. They are defenseless, and they need somebody to help. And the shepherd always must be with them, and that's how they shoo away or scare away the predators. So sheep are defenseless. They're not only dumb, they're defenseless. And thirdly, sheep are dirty. Because of the way their coats are designed, the wool, they don't know how to keep themselves clean. If it's become shabby, they don't know how dogs and other animals can lick